Hello everyone, welcome to Music 1139. This is Early Music Appreciation. My name is Leslie Schultes and I'm your instructor for this class. The purpose of this short video is to get you guys acquainted with the layout of the course, and then I also want to make sure that you know what you'll need to get regarding the materials for this class. So I'm going to start by clicking on Start Here, and you will see this Start Here folder. I'm going to click on that. The first thing that we see is a description of our class, and this is the first semester of music appreciation. We're the early music appreciation. I lovingly refer to the music that we'll listen to in here as dweem music, which stands for Dead White European Male. And actually, I love this music. We start with the music from the early church, and we go through the music of Mozart. So while it is the older music, you're going to be listening to some of the best music ever written. So you can read the course description. It's also in the syllabus. There's a link to the syllabus, which you can also find by clicking the syllabus button in the course menu on the left, which I'll show you in just a little bit. Here are the software requirements for our class. And if you need any of this stuff, you can download it here. Links to some tutorial videos. And here, let me make this a little bit bigger so you can see it. Okay, I just want to say a word about the new book. I sent the email out to everybody last week saying that we're going to be using the new 7th edition of Listening to Music by Craig Wright. You know, publishers always update stuff, and it's very expensive, and I'm sorry for that. I went by the bookstore, and they had a lot of copies. I don't know what they have right now, but they're selling the new copy of the book packaged along with the 5 CD set. And there's also an introduction CD that's in the back of the book. So I'm setting up the course to be structured around this new edition, but as I mentioned in the email to you, you might be able to get away with using the 6th edition if you don't mind the different page numbers and different chapter headings. So it might cause some inconvenience, but it will definitely save you a lot of money if money is an issue. A lot of the same musical examples are in the older edition of the book. So I'm going to leave that up to you, and I'll try and be clear which is which, but the first, the headings are going to be under the page numbers for the new edition. Also, I just want to let you guys know that I've taught this class for a little over a year now, and we used to use a digital version of the book, which some people really liked and some people didn't. A lot of my students preferred to have a paper copy of the book. So that's another reason that we're going with the new paper copy of the book. I do want you guys to know, at least at this moment, and I'm hoping that it'll stay this way all semester, but at the moment you can access the ebook for the older 6th edition. And that's pretty cool because it provides links to listening exercises and also to listening guides and also to a lot of the music that we're going to be listening to that's found in the new edition of the book. So as I said, I don't know how long it's going to be available, but it should be something that you can get to, at least for now, for free. Okay, here we are back on the welcome page. I want to draw your attention to these buttons over here on the left. Now, some of these are pretty easy to figure out. The most important button is the weekly learning modules button, and that's where you're going to want to go every time you log in. That'll take you to each week's content. So I click on that, and what you guys are going to see is just the first week. But as we go through the semester, excuse me, as we go through the semester, these other folders will appear. So you guys are probably just going to see week 1. When you click on this, you're going to see, and this is consistent with every week, you're going to find 2 yellow folders here, as well as learning outcomes and the agenda. Before I started teaching online, I had to take an online class, and I came to rely heavily upon the agenda. This really is like a roadmap for what we're going to be doing that particular week. And at the bottom of the agenda is a weekly checklist. So I highly recommend that you look at this first because I think you'll find it really helpful. And the 2 yellow folders, the first folder provides the links to the resources and materials that you'll be using that week. And then the coursework folder is where you're going to go to submit the coursework, and everything's going to be submitted in the coursework folder. The only exceptions are the concert reports, and you will be hearing more about that later on. But all the coursework is submitted here in the coursework folders. Okay, let's go back to the buttons here on the left. Okay, so the weekly learning module button is right there under course content, and you'll find some other important buttons here like the syllabus. Eventually I'll be posting study guides, so you can look for that. Announcements, this is a place that you'll want to check when you log in case there's any important announcements. We'll go back to the ebook in just a second. When you want to send me a message or your classmates a message, under course communication, you'll see the messages button, and this is where you go to message each other and me. In fact, I would prefer to have you send me a message here rather than sending it to my Outlook account. Excuse me, only if Blackboard is down, but please message me here. The other thing you'll find here is My Grades, and you can click on that to check your grades. There's some things here that you see right now that won't be visible later on. I have them hidden. Let me show you guys the older version of the ebook. This is the older 6th edition. It's kind of handy if you are working at your computer. So it's going to launch this interactive ebook. It's a little slow. Okay, now it's open. You click on Interactive ebook there on the left. Okay, so this is what it looks like when it's fully open. What I like about this, and again, this is the earlier edition of the book, but what I like about it is when you click on Contents, I'm just going to open something randomly here. It looks just like the book. You can go to the next page. And whenever you see a musical note, you can click on it, and not only does it give you the listening guide, but it plays the music. So that's pretty cool. And as I said before, a lot of the music that's in the new edition of the book can be found here. So check it out. Okay, you guys, well here I'm back on the welcome page, and again with these buttons, I think they'll become more meaningful to you once you've read the syllabus and you know what kind of work you're going to need to do for the class. For example, the discussion board. That's something that we'll be doing on a weekly basis, and you can link to them or get to them right here, but you can also link to them through the coursework folders. Alright everybody, I think that's it for now. I hope that your first week of classes go as smoothly as possible and that you enjoy the experience. Thanks a lot.